If there are people who decide that they no longer want to associate with you, or they feel some type of way about you being who you are, then they don't deserve to be in your life. Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to my channel. This week's video is going to be a special, important video. Today's June 1st, meaning it is the first day of Pride Month. I wanted to kind of recreate a video that I made a year and a half ago, I would say. It was my coming out story video. This video isn't going to be necessarily like my story, but it's more of so like my thoughts, my experiences, and my advice on being a part of the LGBT community in today's day and age. Back when I made that video, it was a big step for me because I was putting a part of myself that I didn't really like talk about online, but I still wasn't sharing my entire self with everybody. I posted it on YouTube, but at that time not a lot of people, watch my channel, and not a lot of people do anyway. But this video will be shared with everyone on all of my platforms. My goal from this video is basically to, I guess, get people to understand what it's like being a part of this community, and also to help other people who may be struggling with themselves or struggling to come out or anything of that sort. So yeah. I think that's all for now, so let's just get on to the video. For those of you who don't know, I am gay. I guess how I understood that I was gay was simply how anybody else understands they're gay or bi or whatever. Like, I just had an attraction to other guys, and I knew that from a young age, but at a younger age I wasn't really like pursuing it, obviously, but I knew I had an attraction to other boys or whatever, or other boys would just be attracted to me, but I just thought, everybody felt that way. But it wasn't till, I guess, more middle school years that I just realized that it was more than just like an aesthetic attraction. It was like a physical attraction. Like, I liked guys. For me, coming out was and is still like, it's a process. I mean, for some people it's like not a quick and easy thing, but like for some people it's a one and done thing, but for me it was kind of like a longer process because I was still out to my friends in school, but I wasn't out to my friends from other places, and I wasn't out to my family and all this stuff. So I was still going through the coming out process, and I guess I still am until like now, because this video is meant to just clear up all of that. I guess the biggest thing I was afraid of, the biggest thing anybody is afraid of when they're coming out, is how other people are going to react to that. For me, coming out was a lot easier than I thought. Friends-wise, it was a lot easier because the school I went to a performing arts school, so it wasn't uncommon for kids to be a part of the LGBT community. So my friends were a lot like super accepting, so for me it wasn't really an issue to come out in school. As for my family though, excuse you. Sorry. As for my family though, it was a different thing because for me, I grew up in a Christian household. I still identify as a Christian. For me, it was harder to, I guess, come out to my family because my family was very, how do I explain this? They were very like, not conservative, and I'm not talking about all of my family, but like my parents and some of my older siblings, they're very like conservative, let's just say that. Anything that was not within God's plan, or what they thought God's idea of a person should be, it was like, you know, a big deal, I suppose. It was more frustrating because, you know, there'd be times where we'd be at dinner and then a conversation about like trans people or gay people would come up, and they would just say the most disheartening things about people who are in the LGBT community. And for me, being a part of the community, all I could do was sit there and just listen. It was a lot harder to come out to them because it was like, okay, this is how you truly feel. I don't want you to feel that way about me, so I'm just not going to say anything. But as I continue to get older, I realize that I cannot continue to be silent about this, and I can't continue to just sit by and hear my family talk and say such vulgar things about people who I also identify with. When I hear them saying these things about other members of the LGBT community, it's like they're talking about me, and that's how they feel about me. So for my family who will be watching this, your brother, your son, your nephew, your whatever is gay. And you can feel however you want about that, but there's nothing that's gonna change that, and that's just it. I still love you guys. I hope that you will still love me, but this is just who I am. I can't change it. It's who I am. And accept that or not, it's me. So yeah, little message for you guys. Along with that, a big thing that I've noticed growing up as somebody who's gay is the whole it's a choice, it's not a choice conflict drama. How I explain this to people who don't understand, we all have things that we like, whether that be food or colors or clothing or shoes or whatever. We all have things in life that we like. I use the example of chips. I like barbecue chips. I think they're good. I didn't choose to like them, but I do. And that's the same way, that's how being a part of the LGBT is. We didn't choose to be a part of this community, but we are. And there's just nothing we can do about that. I said this once to a friend of mine, and he was like, well, that may be true, but you also have to try it in order to realize that you like it. Very true. And that's where the whole like discovering yourself is, because you can have curiosities and that's okay, but that doesn't mean that, you know, you're gonna end up, you know, liking those curiosities. You're just curious. But for the people who do, you didn't choose to be curious about that. For math, I'm not curious about math at all. I don't like it. Did I choose not to like it? No. I had to go through math to realize that I didn't like it. Just like I had to go through, you know, I guess, exploring my sexuality to realize that I am gay and I like guys. And it's just as simple as that. Okay guys, so I'm kind of going to transition the video into my advice. I've given my experience and my thoughts on the LGBT community today, but I also want to give my advice to people who are maybe struggling with that, or people who just need advice. Shout out to my friend Thomas for helping create these. Thank you. Appreciate it, production team. Starting off, being a part of the LGBT community isn't anything worth stressing over, and that's kind of suggestive. I never know how to say this word. Subjective. Yeah. Subjective thing to say, because everybody's lives are different. So I can say that it's not worth stressing over, but people are actually out here stressing over, you know, my parents might kick me out because I'm gay. So I really can't speak on that. But I can say that, for me at least, once I actually came out, I realized that it was a lot. There was really nothing to be stressed about. I was so worried about what people are going to think of me and how my life is going to change. My life is completely the same. Yeah, there were people who might feel some type of way, but other than that, my life is the same. When I think about it, there's nothing that I really ever had to be scared of or stressed about, and that's something I can say for the people who maybe be in my position of life. When you come out, you realize that there was nothing you really ever had to keep a secret. At the end of the day, no one actually cares. For me, at least, if you're a good person, if you do the right thing, I mean, yeah, we all slip up, but if you're just an overall good person, who cares about who you are attracted to? That also brings me to a next point. If there are people who decide that they no longer want to associate with you, or they feel some type of way about you being who you are, then they don't deserve to be in your life. I'm not even gonna say like they don't, kick people out who don't like you because you're gay. No, those people don't deserve or have the right to be in your life. If you're going to decide that you no longer want to be my friend, or you no longer want to talk to me, or you no longer want to be associated with me because of my sexuality, something that I can't control, then you have no right to do those things. You have no right to be in my life. You do not deserve to be in my life. You don't deserve to know me. That just shows what kind of person you are. So that's my take on that. This topic kind of leads into another point. Even though people may leave you in life because of your sexuality, you will always have people who will love you, and you will always have people who, no matter what, will be there for you. There are people all over the world who understand who you are and what you're going through. My last piece of advice for you guys who may be going through something in the LGBT community: your sexuality is not all that you are. People will judge you, and yeah, that hurts, but people also have to understand that your sexuality is a small piece of you. It's not your life. So it makes no sense for people to judge you on something as little as who you're attracted to. And with that also comes with knowing that you can't change that about you, and that's completely okay. There's no reason that you need to feel bad about anyone not liking you anymore because of some small part of you that you have no control over. Though your sexuality is a small piece of who you are, you should also never be ashamed of it, because again, you didn't choose to have it, but you can choose to rock with it. So I'm gay. I don't care who's I don't care if you have an issue with that. If you ask me if I'm gay or not, if you ask me what sexuality I have, I'm saying I'm gay because I'm not ashamed of it. But I also know that it's not all that I am. I'm way more than just who I'm attracted to, if that makes sense. And that's my advice that I'll pass on to all of you. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. It is an important video that I thought I had to share, especially because of it being Pride Month. I hope that you can learn from the advice and the experiences that I've shared with you. I just want to let you guys know that you may have people in your life who don't agree with who you are, and you may be scared to express yourself and who you are. I'll just leave you guys off with this. Don't ever be afraid to be who you are, and don't let anyone try and tell you that you're less of a person because of something you can't control. And don't let people's negative thoughts about you try and change who you are. So, yeah. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys. Comment down below if you have any thoughts about this. And also comment down below what videos you want to see next. If you have taken away anything from this video and you want to share it with me, just comment down below. Or again, DM me. Again, I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. And I will see you later. Bye guys.